Hey everybody, I'm back again. Welcome to my channel. So now it's 4:29 in the afternoon. I was actually asked by a friend. She's looking for a bold look. She wanted the blues. The way that the picture had stated was blue. On the inner corner it had like a creamy white. Then it went to a blue and faded out to a purple. And the blush was very heavy with a bold lip. So I figured I'd take it behind myself to do that and get that completed for her because she was very interested in it. So I said, "Shag it, why not?" There's nothing better than a little bit more extra makeup. So here goes. So guys, I'm gonna go in, like I said, I have my makeup done for today. I've contoured earlier in the video, but right now I'm going to just do my eyes just to give it a different look. I do apologize. I still got a cold. Like I said, I do have my lashes on, so again, I don't want to take off my lashes, but I will certainly do that bold bluish look. I will apply my powder down here, my translucent powder. I'm going to apply my eyeshadow primer as well. So just zooming you in a little tiny bit. Like I said, I have my makeup already ready for today, so I'm just going to go in and reapply some eyeshadow, which usually I like to, I'll be honest, like I'd rather not have my eyeshadow on for the day before this happens, but if I'm asked, I don't know why I wouldn't. So I just add that on and prime my eye. Get right up underneath the brow because we'll be using a highlighter up in there and in the corners. Now, so this palette I'm actually going to go in with. I'm going to mix a few palettes up, but for the time being, I don't know where, okay, there it is. I'm going to go in this Sephora Obsession palette, Ombre Obsession palette. This one's really good. I think it was about, I think maybe even about $30 for that one. And I'm also going to go in with my Moonstruck, Moon Dust by Urban Decay. This is unreal. The shadows are unreal, but the followed is horrible. Like, as you can see, even on my palette here, the followed is unreal. Like I said, this right here is really, really good from Sephora. And it's Moon Dust by Urban Decay. But it's very pigmented, like super duper pigmented. And it ranged about like 75, I think it was. So, the products I'm using are not just like the everyday makeup, but for me, this is what I buy. So I'm just going to do tutorials on what I buy. And I'm not buying any extra, obviously, because just moved into a home and stuff. So, and I'm going to do also some stuff with my Jaclyn Hill palette because there is colors in my Jaclyn Hill palette that I'm going to need to use, like my transition colors of beiges. And I'm also going to use this four here. Mostly these two, but I'm going to pop some of those in as well. So I will be showing you what colors I am using and what I'm not using. And so here goes. So everybody, before I start, obviously I'm going to go in with my transition shades, which again is from my Jaclyn Hill palette. I'm going to mix it up a bit this time. I'm going to actually either, I think I might go with this one and this one maybe instead of these two. And maybe I might tap a little bit of that one in, which is just like a shimmer. So I'm just going to zoom in a little bit. And again, I'm using my Morphe M441 brush. And I'm just going to go in on the crease again. Remember, always start in your outer corner and work your way in. When there's no product left on the brush, then work yourself in. But always work on the outer corner. And when there's absolutely nothing left, come into the corner. So it's just a transition shade. It's just something to give it that extra pop, and it transitions the color, so you're not just working with a full blue eye and then a pop of your natural skin tone. So that's why I like working this way. just gonna zoom in a little bit more, and I'm gonna, remember, work on your outer corner. Always. And you can do some windshield wash motion and then bring it into your corner. When there's hardly nothing left on your brush. So now I got my transition shade done. I will now move into the bolder colors. So I'm gonna start, just trying to find the right brush, I'm sorry. I'll zoom you out. So I'm trying to find the right brush actually for this tutorial. I'm gonna go in with my Quo brush, and this one is a corner brush. So this one's a crease blender brush. It's by Quo, and it's pretty just normal. It's a little tapered. So I use that one, and I'll go in with my darkest first. So I'm gonna go in with my purples, and I'm gonna blend it into the blues and then bring it into the corner of the eye where the pop's gonna happen. So initially I'm gonna start in with my Sephora Ombre palette, and I'm actually going to use the purples. So I'm gonna use the purple edges, which is right here. So I'm gonna go in with those first, and I'm gonna start out with like a dark purple and then move my way into a lighter purple. First, before doing that, I should apply some translucent powder, because if not, I will make a mess, a very big mess on this. So I'll take my blender, beauty blender, and I'm going to apply some translucent powder, because this is what's going to catch all that. I mean, I'm not going to say that all good makeup don't have fallout, because my God, there's brands in the Sephora that are super, super, super expensive and still have fallout. So you can never be too sure when it comes to fallout. That's why I like to use the translucent powder or setting powder, whatever. This one preferably is actually a finishing powder. I never use the finishing powder on top of my foundation. I just use it as a setting powder because it does the same purpose for me. So again, I'm going to go in with those purples that I just talked about. And I might even pop the colors up with a bit of black at the end to make it more interesting. So I'm going to just zoom you in a little bit so you can see what I'm working with. And then I'm just going to start on the outer corner. As you can see, it looks quite dark, but that's the whole point of this makeup look. If you've seen it, you'd be like, whoa, okay, this is very dark. So that's what I'm hinting for, is these colors. Then I'm going to move you over so I can get the effect of this eye. And you can see the fallout already happening. It's always good to have some type of translucent powder. If not, you will definitely have some fallout. As you can see there, see, it's very, very, the powder is very, very dark. My goodness, I have such a cold. Ooh, I'm going in instead of out. Okay, so now I'm just going to go back. As you can see, the fallout is crazy. So a little trick, you guys, when you're using your powders and you want to make something that's a powder, but you want to make it into a cream, something that I love to do, and I've been doing this for years, and a lot of makeup artists do use it, when you're trying to make something more pigmented than it actually is. So even if you have a dollar store makeup and you're trying to make it actually more thicker, and you're trying to make it more creamier. My goodness, I got something in my throat. I always go in with my setting spray, spray a little tiny bit on my brush, which is my Cover FX. You don't have to use your Cover FX if you just got a regular setting spray, it doesn't matter. Cover FX has a wicked shimmer to it. I don't even know if you can see it, but like, no, you can't. It's almost like holographic kind of look, and it is beautiful. But besides that point, this is my go-to setting spray. But just pop it on your brush, just spray a quick thing on your brush, and then just go in with your powder. Just dip it in your powder and then go in with your powder, because that's what's going to make it thicker and it's going to make it a cream eyeshadow. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to start with going in with my Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm going to go in with my purple Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm gonna just again use my setting spray, and I'm going to apply some to my brush so we can get some. And like I said, it's just something that you're just giving yourself a little bit more color, a little bit more pop, and you'll see when I put it on now the color you're gonna notice. So here's the color. I don't know if you can really see that. So as soon as I pop that on, you're going to notice that went super purple. And that's exactly what we're looking for. We're looking for a bold purple, and that's what we got. Whoa. Okay, so I'm just going to zoom you out a little bit more. As you can see now, it's super dark. Obviously, it is not blended. It's one thing you always do is blend, 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 blend. I'm going to go in with my Quo brush, and this is just my regular black brush. I love it, and this one is an eye blender by, sorry, not Quo, it's by Mirabella. And I'm just going to go in again with my translucent, not my translucent, my initial colors that I went in with before. And I'm going to start to blend, because we need to blend that. If not, we're going to have a mess. As you can see, if you look at this, I got my eyes closed, you can notice that this eye is going to be more blended than this eye. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to give it that effect. After, when I'm done, I'm going to pop it up with another color. I'm probably going to go in maybe with a rose gold or something, just to pop it more. But this is what we're trying to do. If you go in and just apply it on your just lash, you're not going to get the effect that you were looking for. You're trying to blend, 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 and that's the key to doing any makeup, is blending. If you don't blend, you are not getting the correct effect. And like, obviously it's going from a purple to, whoa, transition color, but that's not what's going to happen in the end. I'm just trying to show you exactly how you get the steps. So right now I'm going to go in now with my Urban Decay Moondust palette, and I'm going to go in with the purple in here, and I'm going to obviously do the same thing as I just done. I'm going to wipe off my excess on my sheet here, and I'm going to go in with my Cover FX, just slightly on, just one little spray, and I'm going to go in with the purples. Because this right here is going to give me a lighter purple, so I'm going to start moving it in. Like I said, this is unreal how pigmented this stuff is. It blows my mind every time I do it. How pigmented this Moondust palette is. So we're starting from a dark, remember, and we're going into a light. So as you can see here now, I'm going to close my eyes. You notice that I went from a darker to a light, and I'm going to go into a blue. In my blues, I'm going to start with, I was going to use the Obsession one, but the blue in the Obsession is more of a teal, so I don't think I'm going to go in with that. Maybe just pop it up after, but I really think I'm going to go in with my Jaclyn Hill, because that's probably my favorite one. And when I go in with my blues, I'm just going to use just a normal flat brush. And I got these brushes again from Groupon, and I love them. I wouldn't get anything better. And that's what my fiance gave me for Christmas one year, and I love them. Anyways, I'm going to zoom you in again so we can start on that that blue that we're looking for, that dark blue. And that's initially the color we're going with, and that's what you want, so that's what you're getting. So the blue is super pigmented in the Jaclyn Hill palette. And you're going to bring it just to the corner. Because remember, we want to make that corner very bright because we're darkening the rest of here. So as you can see, it's very dark, but I love it. I love the blues. Even though I can't wear blues very often, I love the Jaclyn Hill palette blue because it's very super pigmented. Again, now because we got the blues and it's super dark, I want to go in with, I'm going to try and go in with now, sorry, this may be whoa crazy and very dramatic, but this is the look I'm going for, so I'm going to do it. I'm going to go in with the Vega, and this is from the Moondust palette, and it's a blue, and it's a crazy color blue. And I'm going to go in with some of that. Going to get a bit of setting spray on my brush, and I'm going to go in with the blue. And this blue, again, is the same thing as this one. I'm just layering it on top to give it that more effect. Now that I got my blues and my purples done, exactly what we were looking for, the colors that we were looking for, it looks very cut. As you can see, the creases are like, whoa, holy cut. Again, what is the next idea? Blend that. We need to blend, 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 blend. That's the key. The key is always to blend. So I'm going to get out my blending brush, my black blending brush by Mirabella, and I'm actually going to go in with that blend. And I'm just going to take it, and there's nothing on this brush. So I'm just going to go in, blend it out, so it's not as harsh. Yes, it still is harsh when you look at your eyes and you're like, whoa, look at her harsh. But that's the kind of look we're going for again. Next, I'm going to go in with the Obsession palette again. And I'm going to go in, they got a cream base here, and I really like this cream, and I like this cream. So I'm just going to go in, as I was talking about the blue, the purple, the blue earlier, it's really, it's really like pigmented. So I'm just going to go in with these two colors, and I'm going to lighten up my inner corner. And to do that, I'm just using a small brush. It's just a flat brush, and I'm just going to go in with the corners. And as you can see, it's somewhat blended in there now. It's not fully blended, but it's somewhat blended. And now, obviously, we want to make that corner super white. So, my favorites, like I love this. This is the fallout though. Holy. So my favorite white ever made is by the Kat Von D Better Together palette. The white in this is intense, like it is super tense, like pure white. So I'm going to go in with a bit of that, and then I'm going to touch it up with a bit of shimmer because we just need to, that's what the look we're going for again. So just one moment, I'm just going to zoom in again, and we're going to get those corners. And again, we're going to go in with our little blending brush. Blend that out, because if not, we're going to have a I feel like white is on more one side than on the other, so bear with me. Again, blending is the key, so you know where I'm coming from when I say blend. Now, because it's just whites and blues, I'm going to go in with a bit of shimmer, because who don't like a bit of shimmer? And I'm going to go in with, this is just a regular brush, I'm just going to go in with a bit of shimmer, and I'm going to use my Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm going to use this one right here. It's very, very shimmery, and it gives it that look. I'm going to just spray my brush again, because you can't get too much. This stuff is very pigmented. Boop. It's very pigmented. I'm going to go in now in the corners. Just gives you a real highlight. As you can see, it's super pigmented. It's more like a yellowy cream, but it's pigmented. Now when you zoom out, you can see the corners that are pigmented. Now I'm going to go in with my brush. My God, I'm getting brushes everywhere now. I need to put these back. Too many brushes everywhere. I'm going to go in, if you watch my other videos, this is my favorite under eye brush. It's called the Morphe M432, and it's literally a flat brush. It's literally like super, super thin. And I go in there in my under eye. Now, it looks like in the video, in the picture that she sent me, there was a lot of white in the picture. So I'm going to go in with my under eye. It was like she opened her eye in the picture. And if you're looking for that effect and not looking to close your eye, you should add some white. Because if you don't add white, you're going to get the effect of your eye closing. So if you have a white liner, I suggest you use that, but I like powder, so I go in with powder instead. Now in the outer corner, like I said earlier, I wanted to pop up that with a bit of black, because we're trying to make it go from one extreme to the other. So I'm just going to pop in again with my brush there, and I'm going to go in with my black from my Better Together palette, and I'm just going to go in the outer corner. Just to pop that color up a little bit. And I'm going to go in with that other brush again, and I'm going to go in with my M432, and I'm going to go in with a bit of black, just to... I like my eye being a bit closed. I don't like it being open, but she asked for a certain look, and I'm trying to give it to her, so. Just trying to show her what I have. So, actually, I was going to try and blend that out a bit better. I'm going to actually, in between here and here, I want to blend it a little differently. So I'm going to add some... a little bit of rose gold. It's like a copper gold, and I'm going to give me some of that in between my crease. It's literally like a copper color. And then I'm going to go in with my transition, my lightest shade in my transition, and I'm just going to blend it out. Now at the top of my eye, I'm just going to go in and now I'm going to zoom out because my product is done. And now I'm going to go in with my fluffy brush and just swipe that away because nobody wants that fallout on your face. I'm telling you, this is a holy grail of makeup. That setting powder, it's the holy grail. Like if you don't have it, you're like, oh, what am I gonna do? But anyways, she wanted to go in with a bold lip, so I will. I apologize. I have a pimple. That makes me so mad because I've done everything today to cover it up, but it's not covering up. That's the best as I'm getting. Anyways, I'm going to go in with my Liquid Velvet, and this one is, it's Ciate, C-I-A-T-E, London. This one's from Sephora as well, and I love this one as well. It's just very dark. Very. In the video she sent me, this was exactly the look. I find this look is a little too dark for me, this lipstick. But I got it in a set, so why not? It's a little too plump for me. It's almost black, it's almost. So everybody, just an close look. I'm going to bring you over to my natural light because that's the best lighting. I'm going to show you what it looks like. So that's what it looks like from here. You got your darks, you're going into your blues, and this is the overall look. So like I said, it is dark for me, the lip is, but and obviously I don't have my hair done or nothing, so this is it. This is the look she was going for. Hopefully I showed her exactly what she needed. Anyways, I hope you guys like it, and please subscribe, and please like, and please comment. Thanks, have a great day.